Hi, I'm April. So tell me, when's the last time you didn't do something, not because you couldn't or didn't want to, but because that little voice inside you said, don't? When we decide to not take a particular action, we may rationalize it as us being reasonable, practical, or realistic. But sometimes it's none of those things. That voice may not be speaking to us from a place of wisdom, when in actuality, it may be from a place of fear. And in today's video, we're going to get to the bottom of it. So think about this. A young lady, say her name is Maya. She's in college, and it's about the time that she needs to decide upon her major. So she decides on accounting. Accounting, of course, it's a reasonable choice. Accountants are it's a very dependable industry. We have, and many organizations have need for accountants for that particular role. But in actuality, what Maya really wanted was to go into theater. She wanted to act. But she made the decision to go into accounting in opposition of what she really wanted to do, specifically theater. Her fear was dressed up in a wrapper of practicality, pushed by society, you know, family, friends, church members, and even the president of the accounting club would encourage that. And she believed it. Now, for me, throughout my life, I've had many, many jobs, and most of which I would have a job for about 2 years at most, and then I'd move on. I was never afraid that um, I would not be able to get another position. I was just confident that something else was right around the corner. You know, when I was ready to leave, I was ready to leave. And it may have been because of I saw another opportunity, or I didn't really care for the work, or maybe I moved to another city or state. Now, this was true up until my last job as a cybersecurity analyst. Now, 2 years came and went, and then more years. This didn't happen because I loved it so much, but I didn't really hate it. I didn't hate it at all. There were many reasons I justified staying because of the pandemic. This was back in 2019, 2020, etc. Also, there was a tight job market at one point. And then I didn't want to lose, of course, that income or the lifestyle that it afforded me. I told myself that I'm being practical. But in reality, I was just afraid that the money would disappear. And so this fear led me to just keeping my head down, um, allowing myself to be overlooked and undervalued, and just doing what I needed to do to get by. So I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with being cautious, thinking ahead, planning for the future, being responsible, having a plan, working the plan. That's all healthy. But the difference is between caution and being frozen. Frozen is staying stuck, afraid of making any false move, or if so, all of these plates that you have balancing, spinning plates, will all drop simultaneously and everything will break. That is a no plan, and it's called paralysis. Now, just because I'm here talking about fear doesn't mean that I'm immune to it. It shows up for me from time to time in ways that I play small. Since I was a child, I've always dressed up very conservatively. Long sleeves, pulled down over my hands, long pants. And even in the summertime, when I decided to wear shorts, these shorts were like the shorts that were long. They they went over below my knee, and then I'd pair them with these socks, these basketball socks, with the red stripes or the blue stripes at the top. And they were so long, I would pull them up above my knees so that everything was covered. Now, honestly, this wasn't really the way I wanted to dress, but I felt that I had to dress this way. I had skin issues starting in childhood, and I was always afraid of what people would say or do when they saw them. Things like, look at her skin. What is that? Ugh. And then they scrunch their noses up and then they just stare. And sometimes they would just ignore me. Just ignore me. So I learned that I needed to dress because I wanted to, in a way, because I wanted to disappear. I didn't want to see people's responses to me. And even as an adult, I carried that through as well. Though I picture myself wearing beautiful outfits, always wanted to, wear these colorful dresses and be stylish and confident, all of those things. I think I still wanted to not be so visible by dressing in a sort of eh way, meh, as they say. For example, no matter what I wore, I finished the outfit with a pair of clunky flat shoes, or what they used to call them back in the day, clodhoppers. Those shoes were guaranteed to pull every single outfit of mine down. Beautiful dress, clodhoppers. Gorgeous top, clodhoppers. Flowy silk, beautiful skirt, clodhoppers. My shoes were keeping me out of sight, or that's what I thought. Fear was making me sabotage myself against my own wants and desires. So, to address it, to address that fear, this is what I did. I didn't overhaul my entire wardrobe. I remembered that a friend of mine had given me some heels, really beautiful heels. They were just, they were wedges, a cork. They were about, I don't know, 4 inches high, but they were super cute. They were just gorgeous. And they were sitting in the back of my closet. And I said, let me pull these things out. Let me wear them. They make me feel good when I put them on my feet. And I only been having them on in the house from time to time. And so I said, let me start wearing them in public. So I did. With my dressy clothes, I would wear them. With my casual clothes, I would wear them. And even sometimes with my sweatpants, I'd wear them then too. So, I mean, that's it. It was just one simple, small step. So basically, what by doing that, I took fear out of the driver's seat and then just pushed it aside gently to the passenger seat for now. Just for now. Maybe eventually to the back seat, but it's in the passenger seat. So, what I'd like for you to do is to think about your version of clodhoppers. What is fear making you wear or do or not do that's keeping you small? If this message resonated with you today, please hit like. It helps more women find this video. And then tell me in the comments one thing fear has been keeping you from. Know this, that your freedom is waiting. Your freedom is waiting.